his daughter became a porn star.
Oh,
she was
wow.
doing videos with Brian Pumper.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Author's Couch. I'm your host, Jerome, and welcome to my segment, Ride Sharing Thoughts. Now, this segment is all about me as a ride-sharing driver going around picking up complete strangers and asking them questions about topics that goes on in the entertainment industry. And we get their views and their points and their opinions about certain topics. Now, none of this is fake or rehearsed. These are 100% real people and real responses. So once you come slouch on the couch, you are watching the Author's Couch. So first question is, can you recall a time when you was a teenager that you had to make a hard decision, or what was the hardest decision you had to make as a teenager?
They in a relationship and I had to find out like this guy wasn't the best person for me, so I had to like break up with him.
Yeah, prom was a hard decision because back then, back in 2010, it was kind of hard to whether or not they were gonna let me wear a suit or a dress, and I fought it because they was talking. The school administration was talking about not letting me attend prom, but shit, me, my mama, and my daddy, we fought that shit.
Unfortunately, it has to do with a female. I had to decide whether I was going to. I had a high school sweetheart like most people did, but I ended up getting kicked out of that school.
What?
And I had to decide if I was going to go to the prom, to my new school's prom, or if I was going to come back to the school that I was to the school I got kicked out of and be her prom date.
I guess we could say, okay, so after my mom passed away, my dad moved me and my brother to Tennessee, and I didn't like the living situation. So as a teenager, I was about 14, I decided I wanted to leave and go back to Texas to stay with my brother. I guess that was kind of hard.
Do you feel during that time period your voice wasn't heard when it comes to speaking to your parents?
I would say with my mom it was heard, but I would say with my dad it necessarily wasn't. I mean, I feel like he heard me, but it's different when like a dad sees a daughter going out into the world like dating and being a teenager. It's like he's like a little bit more harder on you.
Yeah, because back in that era, our parents back then were raised in a strict household, and they passed it down, so it's kind of hard to break generational curses or break habits. So I know like this day and age is kind of easier to speak out and not get ass whoopings. Back then, you get your ass toe off. So
So during that time, did you ever feel like your voice wasn't heard when talking to your parents?
No, that I can say. My mom has always been supportive of me, and no matter what I was doing, and I do mean that to the 10th power. Like, she's always been super supportive of me.
With my mom, yes, it was her. My dad, no.
Why is that?
It was just I'm the daddy, you the child type of thing.
Okay.
Typical black family home in most black families.
All right, so in recent news, filmmaker Steven Spielberg's daughter wants to be a porn star. Well, is going to be a porn star, and he fully supports his daughter. Now, she is an adult, and she is 23. She is an adult. So my question to you is, if this is one of your kids and they wants to be in the adult entertainment industry, would you support them?
Support. Dang. Of course, I would not like it. But at the end of the day, if they're grown, it's like, it's their decision.
Yeah.
I mean, it's their choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna disown my child because they want to be a porn star. That's a little rough, but honestly, I mean, like, she came out to me like 16 years old and was like, oh, I want to be a porn star. I'd be like, hell no. But if she's 18, of course.
She's 23.
She's 23.
Yeah.
Okay, she's relatively up in age. Of course, I wouldn't want her to. Like, ideally, I wouldn't like it. But at the same time, I'd be like, hey, I mean, if you're gonna do it, please make sure you blah blah blah. tested, you clean. Like, you know, just, I would, oh my God, it ain't like I'm gonna hold her hand the first day of doing it. You know what I mean? But
3-year-old daughter wants to become a porn star, and he supports it. So
That happened with Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
did it?
Yes, Morpheus.
Yeah.
His daughter became a porn star.
Oh,
She was
wow.
doing videos with Brian Pumper.
If you had a daughter, would you support her becoming a porn star, even though she's an adult?
That is a tough one right there. Part of me wants to say, heck, I'm not supporting that.
Mm-hmm.
Most of me actually wants to say, heck, I'm not supporting it. But a part of me, from being a child before growing into an adult, I completely understand wanting to go your own path, and I'm completely for letting each child and person take their own path, because you really, the more you're told no, the more you want to do something as a child coming up. So I say I'm 50-50. I'm on the fence there.
He wants to be a porn star.
You want to
Okay.
get on screen and suck and fuck and whatever. Yeah, I support, because at the end of the day, you're my child. I birthed you.
Okay.
Ain't nobody gonna love you like I'm gonna love you.
Okay.
And I'll be damned if I make my child feel ashamed for a decision, a life decision they choosing to make. Because once we die, I'm not gonna go before God with her.
We talking about celebrities. I'm quite sure you probably heard by now about the whole situation with Dwyane Wade. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that? Do you agree with him supporting his child and wanting to transition into a girl by only being 12 years old?
I feel like, honestly, like, of course, as a parent, like, initially I'd be like, okay, so that's what you want to do, you know what I mean? It'll probably be hard in like the beginning, but honestly, as a parent, I want my child to be happy.
Being in the LGBT community, I agree with supporting your child and let your child be free, but I feel like he needs to take baby steps. As far as like surgery go and let him do a permanent transitioning, I feel like he should ease up on that until he get into his late teens, to do surgery and all that. But for now, like, if he want to let him wear a little makeup and shit and little dresses and heels and nails, I feel like that's okay. But making a life decision as far as breasts and genitalia surgery, I feel like that should be on the whole.
Support his decision to support his son.
Why you had to ask me this?
You should have known it was coming.
Man, like I said, I am for each child taking their own path and making their own mistakes, but to a certain extent, in my household, that's something that is like, I'm not gonna say looked down upon, but it's just not what's allowed in my household and all households that I have came up in. We're in 2020 though, and things are definitely different.
Yeah.
Things are definitely different. If my son were to come and tell me like, hey Dad, I'm trying to get the big chop, I'm trying to be something else or someone else, I would damn, that's a really tough one, man. Part of me wants to say I would say hell to the never, and then part of me being the understanding person that I am, and just knowing what it takes to raise a sturdy-minded individual. I think after it's sitting on my mind for a while, I probably would be for it, because ultimately I want him to do what he thinks is best for him.
At 12, I feel like that is too big of a decision. Because your mind, your brain is not fully developed yet.
So, do you think the response would be different if it was his daughter transitioned to a boy?
I don't think it would be as a big deal as it is now.
Why you say that?
Because, first of all, they're black and they're men. The media loves to showcase things that the black man is doing. That's just what they love to do. They like to tear down the characters of the black men. all that. I feel like if it was the girl, I don't think they would care that much. I would say with men, the response would be different. Because usually with men, like, they are more accepting of women that are gay than rather than a boy being gay. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like that double, not kind of, it is like a double standard thing. Not saying every man, but I'm saying a lot of the times that's more accepting because she could just be one of the bros. Like, you know, she could turn her this. She's looking at girls just like them. It's like, it's easy for them to accept rather than vice versa.
Do you think the response would be different if it was his daughter that wanted to transition to a boy?
I definitely think it would be different. The world wouldn't have eaten it up like they ate it up. The world wouldn't have eaten it up because you see women becoming studs and dressing like boys all the time, but it's not a big deal. But as soon as you see a guy throw on a dress or put on some makeup or, you know, wear some skin tight pants or clothes, you instantly like, oh hell, you know.
Boy.
Oh, definitely.
Why is that?
Definitely because females are at the bottom of the totem pole, and we don't get that light like we're supposed to get that light. So when females do something, it always gets swept under the rug, or it be in the light for a week and then it's gone.
Okay.
If a man do something, that shit going for years, just like that Caitlyn Jenner thing. That went on for a year and a half before they let that die down.
Where do you draw the line when it comes to supporting your child?
Cutting their hair off, like.
I don't know. They really have to be doing some off the wall crazy type stuff. I don't even know because me having kids, it's hard for me to even think about not supporting them. If you're not a parent, you wouldn't understand how I feel.
I don't draw. There's no line. There's no line. I'm going to support. Well, I guess I can't say that because back in previous questions I said I'm 50-50 on the fence, but the supportive parent in me feels like I would support anything my child will want to do, whether it be business move or, you know, it may make me feel some type of way that they want to do a gender change or something, but ultimately I have to let them do what they want to do.
Alright, so that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to be a part of this show or be a part of our panels that we do, make sure you send us a DM or email. And also make sure you follow us on every social media platform that's at The After Couch. So that is it. I'm your host, Jerome, and this is my segment, Rye Sharing Thoughts. And thanks for tuning in and watching.